Hello, welcome back to the Teacup Commentary. So today we're gonna do Eric Thornton now. So I've never seen Eric Thornton. This is a first time watch for me, right? I've been nagged by a certain viewer to make this, right? So I'm here. I'm just kidding. It's not really that big of an issue, but still though, it's per viewer request. You can definitely request things. I just uploaded the Jeff Soko video and I just got like a lot of requests like at one time from like I don't remember these requests being turned in. So, I guess there's a back catalog if you really want to, have your video I guess watched, right? Like your Predator in particular, just leave a comment. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna watch this. If you like TCAP, check out the channel. I have a lot of videos on TCAP and police interrogations. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And yeah, let's just continue.
The driveway, go out, throw a little wave at him.
This is 27-year-old Eric Thornton, screen name Balin79. He drove 4 hours thinking he was going to meet a girl who told him online she was 14. At one point during the chat, he gets on his webcam and masturbates and types, "Did you see it?" The decoy says, "Not really, too dark," and he types back, "Shoot," and then brags about what he had just done.
Yo, Liz.
Now he's in our house.
Hey, come on in.
Come on in. Oh,
I made some chocolate.
Shout out to Emily, man. I almost forgot her name, but I could never, right? I could never forget the decoy's names, right? I say that as I almost did. But anyway, so the video is very grainy to me, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I still know what's happening. But yeah, I'm also getting kind of sick, so I'm trying to make this video and then also do one more request on the side. But yeah, just a little side comment.
Shoot, and then brags about what he had just done.
Yo, Liz.
Now he's in our house.
Hey, come on in.
All right.
I made some chocolate chip cookies and I left them on the table. Just take a seat. I'll be right there.
That's fine. No problem.
Oh, he actually eats the cookies.
Good.
You like them?
You like
I made them all by myself. I can't wait to see you.
I know.
What is happening, first of all? What is happening? So, again, I haven't seen Eric Thornton. This is a guy I really ignored because I thought he looked very weird. What I mean? It's one of those lists of predators that I kind of don't really hear much about. Like, I don't know what is special about Eric Thornton. I just know that, like, I've heard his name before, obviously. Eric Thornton, right? I've heard Eric Thornton. But never seen his segment. I keep repeating it, but
online,
I don't know what's happening.
Alcohol and condoms, so the actress asks him about it.
What kind of alcohol did you bring?
I brought Absolute Citron. I brought Mandarin Orange.
Thanks,
I brought
lemonade.
a shot of Jägermeister. I got Bush.
Wow.
And,
Wow!
I don't know. I could get some more if I need to.
What the?
Did you bring
What
condoms?
the flip?
Mm-hmm. Good.
Well, with all that, it sounds like you've got a pretty big night planned, huh?
Yep.
Big night ahead.
2 different kinds of vodka. Brought some beer. And what else?
That's it.
That's it. Condoms. So what was your plan here?
What is happening?
My plan? Just to hang out.
To hang out.
How can you have the balls to say something like that after you listen? I was probably one of the worst lists to say. Yet you were just gonna do nothing, right? Hang out. You're lying. What do you? Yeah, I brought the entire liquor store in my fucking pocket, right? And some condoms, right? Obviously. I don't know what alcohols he listed, but still, it was one too many to me, right? All he needed to say was Dave's Lemonade, and that would have been enough. But no, he brought the whole liquor store, so yeah, that was something.
And you thought it was okay as a 27-year-old to come
27.
here and meet a 14-year-old with alcohol and condoms?
Yeah, alcohol.
No, not at all.
Then why did you do it?
Because I just thought it was like a good idea.
What?
A good idea. Turns out he says this isn't the first time he's gone after underage teens.
How often do you meet underage girls online
Every other Tuesday.
and set up a visit?
Not that much.
Ballpark it for me.
Park it for me. Oh man, I'm telling you. These Chris Hansen like one-liners are some of the best I've ever heard of my life. Like, obviously, Chris Hansen is a white man, but the slangs he brings towards the table are so good. I wish I could use these like in my everyday life, if I remember them. But he said, "Park it for me." What does that mean? Obviously, it means right, like, oh, measure it properly. But
Underage girls online and set up.
park it for me, Eric Thornton.
Not that much.
Ballpark it for me.
Ballpark. Oh, I'm so
probably.
stupid. Ballpark it, bro. I'm so dumb. That makes a lot more sense. But give me a ballpark number, right? That makes a lot more sense than. I mean, I honestly think that that's a really good line too. Park it for me. But that sounds so stupid. Like, what does that genuinely mean? But I just made it up, right? I might just start saying that. It doesn't matter. Give me a ballpark number is what he said. If you didn't caught on, or you probably caught on before me, but I'm just a little slow. Also, I think I'm getting sick, so forgive me. You know, it's one of those moments where, like, in the TCAF sphere of moments in my career, like, I'm sick recording some things and I just, like, completely are, like, losing my mind, right?
Not that much.
Ballpark it for me.
Ballpark.
Probably 10, 15.
10, 15. Have you met them in person?
Mm-hmm.
And what
10?
did you do when you met them in person?
Hold on, wait, that went over my head.
Not that much.
Ballpark it for me.
Probably 10, 15.
10, 15. Have you met them in person?
10 or 15 people.
And what did you do when you met them in person?
Just
Hanged out.
well, actually, I didn't really meet him.
He keeps changing his story. Finally, he admits he has a problem when it comes to chatting with
I have a
underage girls
problem.
online.
You know, with him. I've went to counseling many times.
So based upon the fact that you're here to meet a 14-year-old, that counseling isn't working
didn't
out
work.
too well, is it?
I don't know.
No.
It's possible that the counseling isn't working because he says he stopped going about 5 months ago.
Did you plan on spending the night?
Yes, I
Very weird. I've never understood the counseling part for something that is an internet addiction. You know what I mean? Like, how is it that you need someone to tell you to stop messaging minors? Like, I don't understand that aspect, right? Like, for addictions and things, I get that, or like for mental health problems, I get that. But for things like this, it's just a how can I say? Like, if it was mainly like a don't message or don't like be attracted to minors or whatever, then I get that. But like the messaging aspect, how about you just stay off of the internet, especially the parts where you're roaming and finding these people? Like, how easy is it to do that? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the parts of the internet I'm at. I don't really encounter many kids. I don't know. Regardless, though, I just don't. I mean, to be fair, it was very different back then. You know, it was like the AOL chat rooms, and I'm sure if I went to chatting websites, I would find all sorts of people. You know what I mean? So that kind of cancels itself out. That's kind of a dumb thing for me to say. But anyway, still, like, if he left the whole counseling thing 5 months ago, then obviously, well, I don't even know anymore. Truthfully, I'll just stop talking.
Did you plan on spending the night?
Yes, I wanted to spend the night, but I didn't want to do anything too graphic until I actually met that person.
Well, what do you think should happen?
What?
Eric?
Just go home and learn from this.
But he's not going to get off that
Very
easy.
cute, man.
It's
Very, very
time to
cute.
tell him who I am.
I'm Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC, and
He doesn't run when he sees the cameras. Instead, he decides to give any potential predator this advice.
Forewarning.
Just whatever you do not get into underage people at all. I feel regretful. I feel horrible that I did this.
I could hear it in your voice, Eric, man. Oh, I could feel that you feel bad, right? So, I do know one thing. It was a little bit of a spoiler because when I was searching up for Eric Thornton, I found out. But Eric Thornton is dead, apparently. He died in a car accident, like, recently, as in, like, this year, like, a couple of months ago. I didn't know that. Obviously, it's not like I check... Again, I don't check in on these guys. I'm not like their PO officer or something. PO means parole officer, so... PO officer would be parole officer. That was very smart of me. Thanks for that, brain. But anyway, yeah, I found that out. I saw that Joey's TCAT posted something about it while I was searching up his name. So that's something. I can't wait to find more about that in his TCAP wiki, hopefully. And if not, I'll watch the Joey's TCAP thing. But I have a Pinguinos like chocolate muffin thing. If you know, you know, and if you don't, just search it up, Pinguinos. Let me tell you, man. This one is frozen. This is the only way to eat it. Some guy in my Jeff Soko video posted a comment, and I pinned it at the very top because I thought it was hilarious. They said, like, how about I be more professional and not eat during these videos? I don't know what you think is happening, but I'm not just describing a murder scene. I'm laughing at predators. Like, let me enjoy myself, right? It's not like I can't enjoy a nice pump chocolate muffin thing, right? I don't know, very ridiculous to say. And if you're watching this right now, you know what? I'll just leave it at that.
But that heartfelt speech, those
I'm very
words of
professional, by the
wisdom,
way.
won't help him this time around.
Police, get down on the ground! Down on the ground!
What the fuck?
Like all the other men you've seen, he's patted down, photographed, and his car is searched.
You see from beer that Ezra found in his left
pocket?
front pocket.
And off to jail. Most of the men who came to our undercover house were chatting online with decoys for a week or more.
Okay. Well, that ended very abruptly. I feel like I'm prematurely eating. What in the hell is that? Okay, well, anyway.
On the fact that you're here to meet a 14. Eric.
I feel regretful.
Those words of wisdom won't help him this time around.
Police, get down on the ground! Down on the ground!
Like all the other men you've seen, his
Dude, he jumped to the ground
heartfelt
so
speech, those
quick.
words of wisdom won't help him this time around.
Police, get down on the ground! Down on the ground!
Look at that. He jumped on the ground so quick, right?
Like
It's like they yelled out, "Grenade!"
Patted down. Speech,
one last time,
those
one last
words
time.
of wisdom won't help him this time around.
Police, get down on the ground! Down on the ground!
Like all the other men you've seen, he's patted down, photographed, and his car is searched.
You see from beer that Ezra found in his left
pocket?
front pocket.
And off to jail. Most of the men who came to our undercover house were chatting online with decoys for a week or more.
A week or more. Oh, anyway, so let's do TCAP wiki. Eric Why do I keep spelling it Thornton? Thornton, not Thornton. Thornton. Anyway. Okay, yeah, they have his death on here. I won't skim it. Anyway, so Eric Thornton, shoot, well, it was a load of glory. What? I assume that was in his chat log. But anyway, so Thornton bragging about ejaculating on camera. Yep, there it is. So that's his 2007 mugshot. I mean, it seems like it was just after he got caught. After the sting. So, okay. Let's move on. Also, I don't like how Chris said Balin. I feel like it's him saying Ballin. Even though Ballin 79. But I don't know. Unnamed sister, unnamed brother. As opposed to the named sisters and brothers of other predators. I don't know why they said it that in part. I don't know why they said that. But anyway. Affiliation and occupation. Former hospitality manager. Walgreens manager. Nightclub auditor. Lawn supervisor. Lawn supervisor, HVAC business owner, and a cat enthusiast. Great. He's single. Date of birth, April 16, 1979. Place of birth, Boynton Beach? Boynton Beach? I'm sorry. Date of death, July 19, 2024. Yeah, so it was this year. He died in Florida somewhere. He's male. He's 6'1". He weighs 180 pounds. Eye color is brown, and hair color is also brown. So, give me a second. Let me tricks again. This sickness is starting to get to me. The more I talk, the more I feel it in my veins. Right. I just saw something. This guy, man. I'm not even gonna say his name. Let me tell you. Anyway. So Eric Michael Thornton was a predator involved in the Fort Myers, Florida edition of To Catch a Predator. Thornton is one of the most famous predators featured on the show, namely due to his admission of having a problem talking to and meeting underage girls, his strange appearance, his odd way of speaking, and obscene amount of alcohol he brought to the sting house. So it wasn't just me, by the way. I thought that was a lot. Like, he brought 2 vodkas, a beer, and then something else. Like, what? Calm down, man. I don't know. That is a lot. His many hilarious quotes from his chat logs and interview, and his bizarre cat-obsessed TikTok activities years after the sting, which I had... actually, no, I've heard about that. I've heard that he had a TikTok page. So Thornton was born in Boynton Beach, Florida on April 16, 1979. He had a sister and a brother and grew in Boca Raton, Florida, where he attended school. Growing up, he liked fishing with his grandfather, baseball, and soccer. At a young age, he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and a learning disorder. Thornton graduated from Boca Raton High School in 1998. Jeez Louise, I was not even born yet, right? My parents weren't even together yet, right? I'm lying. I think they were, but I'm just... Whatever. He originally wanted to join the Navy, but could not because of disabilities mentioned, right? His diabetes 1, type 1 diabetes, and learning disorder. Thornton continued his education at Palm Beach Community College for the next couple of years, earning an associate's degree in business in 2001, a year before I was born. He then went to the University of Central Florida for the next 2 years and earned a Bachelor's of Science, Hospitality Administration and Management degree, I guess. He then worked as a night auditor from 2003 to 2006. At Walgreens as a hospitality manager from 2004 to 2005 in Florida. Finally, during the sting in 2006, Thornton worked for a food catering company and lived in Jupiter, Florida. There's a place called Jupiter in Florida. What the flip, right? So chat with the Decoy. Let's see. I have a lot of bugs in my room. I don't know what the hell's happening here. I'm not gonna lie. I know that sounds very nasty, but I think someone left the door open to the outside for too long. Anyway, so chat with the Decoy. Eric Thornton, then 26 years old, initiated a chat with the person he believed to be a 14-year-old girl named Liz, who was actually a perverted justice decoy. From the start, Thornton expressed his attraction to the decoy's photos, referring to them as hot. He suggested video chatting and reassured the decoy that he would not behave inappropriately after a few days. Okay, inappropriately, my bad. After a few days, Thornton revealed his desire to show something personal under his pants and proposed showering together. He offered to drive over 4 hours to meet her and requested permission to spend the night. Thornton then sent a picture of his penis and suggested engaging in sexual activity all night. On the following day, he inquired if she wanted to witness him orgasming on video chat. Thornton suggested that they could engage in sexual activities throughout the night and reiterated his desire to display his genitals, which he referred to them as his schlong. Afterwards, Thornton proceeded to turn on his webcam and masturbated in front of the decoy, saying he was going to shoot white stuff. When the decoy mentioned that it was too dark to see, Thornton responded by saying that she had missed a good thing. Thornton then acknowledged that he was talking all perverted and called himself stupid. The two continued to chat for a while longer, arranged a meeting, and then ended the conversation. Okay, so now we're at the confrontation with Chris Hansen. Thornton made the decision to drive 4 hours to meet the decoy. When Thornton arrived at the sting house, the decoy, who was an 18-year-old actress pretending to be a child, right, Emily, greeted him from another room. Thornton presented the numerous alcoholic drinks and condoms he had brought with him. While he ate a cookie, Chris Hansen appeared and questioned him. Thornton claimed he was there to simply hang out and thought it was a good idea to visit, which, what in the world are you saying? He admitted to meeting 10 to 15 underage girls he had met online in person and changed the story several times until finally admitting he had a problem. Thornton claimed that he had gone to counseling a lot of times but stopped after 5 months. He also admitted he planned to spend the night but wouldn't be but wouldn't be too graphic until they met. When asked what should happen, Thornton said he should be allowed to go home and learn from his mistake. Hansen then revealed his identity, making the cameras come out. Thornton did not run, but instead warned other potential child sex predators not to talk to underage children. He expressed feeling regretful and horrible. Thornton left the sting house and threw himself onto the ground as the police ran towards him. He was arrested with no resistance. So the aftermath. After his arrest, Thornton was charged with a felony count of attempted lewd and lascivious battery with the victim 12 to 15 years old. Thornton was quickly fired from his job as a catering person. On May 9th, on May 8th, 2007, Thornton pleaded guilty to the felony charges he was up against. He was sentenced to 21 months in prison, which honestly is a good bit, 3 years of probation, and was required to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life, which, anyway. Thornton in 2009 worked as a lawn supervisor, and his probation finished in 2011. In 2012, Thornton attempted to make his own HVAC company, but it failed as it only lasted a year. 2019 to 2020 update. In November of 2019, Thornton was seen in a video made by 60 Minutes Australia in the background of a trailer park entirely populated by pedophiles and sex offenders. Where he lived at the time, where Thornton lived at the time, I'm so sorry. However, he would no longer reside in this park. He would move to Pahokee, Florida for the following year in 2020. In 2023, the 2023 update. Chris Hansen in late 2023 tried reaching out to Thornton for a Predators I've Caught podcast. According to Hansen, Thornton was still working as a lawn supervisor. Hansen also stated he thought he pronounced Eric's screen name incorrectly, and it was more likely pronounced balling, which, thank you, I was right. Balling, right? Balling. 2024 update and death. So Joey and the Skip Tracer ran an investigation and discovered that Thornton had a TikTok account where he posted about his many adopted cats and offered himself as a boyfriend to single women for a large fee of $7,000 or more. What the flip? Listing all his pros and none of his cons, such as, in his lawyer's words, being a brittle diabetic with a learning disability. His account was removed after members of the TCAP community began flagging his account and reporting it to TikTok, given that a convicted sex offender being on a social media site mainly used by children came across as extremely alarming. Eric is not known to have contacted any underage girls while using the app. So Eric Thornton in July of 2024 got into a significant car accident where he passed away at the age of 45. Thornton was driving southbound on State Road 715, was 715, I don't know, in Florida, where his car ventured into the other lane for unknown reasons. A 27-year-old driver could not stop his vehicle as Thornton's car entered the other lane and collided with Thornton's. Thornton died instantly at the scene. His sister confirmed his death. Trivia: Thornton died almost exactly a month after another predator. Well, exactly a month after another predator, Michael Walker. Oh yeah, I forgot. I mean, I forget quickly about these guys dying. Truthfully, it does not stick on my mind. So let's read these quotes because I know people are really the wiki says that these are pretty good. So, yo, Liz, very deadpan, which is it when he showed up. I think that was the first thing he said when he showed up to the door. I know, right, on some Jeff Sokol blank. In response to the Decoy being excited to see him, I brought Absolute Citron. I brought Mandarin Orange. I brought a shot of Jägermeister, and I got Bush. And I don't know, I can get more if I need to, which is still a wild thing to say, right? After the entire liquor store you fucking told us about, right? You're like, yeah, I can go buy an entire other one, right? Sure did. In response to the Decoy ask if he brought condoms, because I just thought it was like a good idea. In response to visiting an underage girl home alone, probably 10, 15. Immediately after saying he doesn't talk to many underage girls online. What the flip? Yes, I wanted to spend the night, but I didn't want to do anything too graphic until I actually met that person. Just go home and learn from this. Eric's idea of punishment. It's against the law about meeting underage girls. What the? Just whatever you do, do not get into underage people at all. I feel regretful. I feel horrible that I did this. Is a quote from him. No, I think you're on your own there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how you can confuse them. I don't know. The Boomer 77 was taken, just cut astray from me. But anyway, yeah, that'll be it for this guy. Thank you for watching. Oh, hold the phone, right? I can't leave without leaving a like, man. Right? I have to leave a like. Oh, you know what? I'll leave a comment as well. Right? Very good watch. Thanks a lot. Me, my mommy, and my daddy loved this video so much. There we go, right? You know what, that's kind of ruining my OCD, right? So yeah, thanks a lot. Me, my mom, and my daddy love this video so much, right? Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching. That'll be it for this video. If you like TCAP, subscribe, please. Like the video. If you're listening to me say this, come on, man, just like the video. You're already here. It's easy as flip, right? Anyway, yeah, we'll catch you next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.